Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
Next one, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, man, this, Deshaun Watson, right? Looks like he's going to be out for the remainder of the year. So, the Browns, they've won several games without him, and to the point it was like, oh, we're actually pretty good without Deshaun Watson. Even though we got rid of a couple first-round picks and gave him all that guaranteed money there. So, and he's been kind of up and down. It seemed like he was actually playing well. They got more of the rhythm in the last couple games, but kind of unfortunate, from the player's standpoint, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, that he's not playing here. But Steelers 4-1 against the Browns since 2021. Kenny Pickett is 2-0 against the Browns. So I'm going to be going. It looks like the Browns are 1.5 point favorite. Actually, it's in Cleveland, so that's probably a couple of the reasons why. And albeit they have a great defense. And then the Steelers, they're honestly kind of a lucky team in a way. I think they're bottom half in terms of both offense and in terms of defense total yardage. So it's like, how is this team winning? How is this team, 6-3 or something? So Mike Tomlin is 24-5 against rookie quarterbacks. So there's a lot of things going kind of against the Browns. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he's going to be starting, and he didn't look that great in his first game of action against the Ravens there. Threw 3 interceptions, got blown out there. So it's like, all right, I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I think I have them on the money line, actually, because I think on ESPN bets it's as even, so you kind of get a 1-1 in there. So I'm going to go picking the Steelers here on the road, getting a dub against the Browns.
I'm going to join you. Pittsburgh, surprisingly, with Kenny Pickett under the helm, throwing for like 150 yards, just no touchdowns, no interceptions, it still gets the job done. It's still getting the job done. I mean, the fact that they've incorporated, Warren and Najee Harris in the backfield and just kind of taking off, I think Najee, works better when he's got somebody he can pair with there and like give him those breaks that he probably needs. He doesn't have all the weight of his shoulders on being, the traditional Steelers workhorse back, which I definitely think, works for them. But it's crazy. The defense for Pittsburgh, we talked a lot about Cleveland and their defense, and like that usually has been getting a lot of spotlight, throughout the year in the NFL, but like quietly Pittsburgh is leading the league in takeaways, interceptions, fumbles, things of that nature. I mean, they're tied with the Bengals at the top of the league. So, their defense can cause some havoc, and, the games they've been a part of have been, pretty low scoring on the opposite side of the ball. So, I expect them to do that against Cleveland. Like you're saying with, Thompson-Robinson there, it's like, he'll be at home. That'll be, to his advantage, maybe having the crowd behind him. But in the same sense, this Pittsburgh Steelers team, they've played really good football this year. Like they're 6-3, and they win this game, they'll be 7-3, and they'll be like, kind of nipping at the heels of the Ravens at the top of that division, which none of us really expected. And it's still like, as we move toward the end of the year, going into the next, like in Tomlin's mind, he's got to be thinking like, man, if I just had a stud quarterback, like we could make a serious run at this thing. So, we'll see how Pickett kind of works his way through this year. I mean, most of us are kind of looking at him as, like a decent game manager, probably a top line backup for most teams in the NFL, but like just not convinced that maybe he's, a guy that can truly win in this league. But hey, give the credit to them where it's due. They're getting W's, and I just see this continuing with Cleveland kind of being hampered on the offensive side of the ball, and kudos to their defense, but I just don't see it being enough.
Yeah, and with the Steelers now, with injuries happening in that division to both Deshaun Watson out for the year, and then we just got word that Joe Burrow is going to be out for the remainder of the year too. The Steelers, like, I think I had them. I might have predicted them bottom, or I think I had the Browns bottom and then the Steelers. But then it's like, man, this division is nuts. Like anybody can either the lowest team on this in this division, fully healthy, right, can win the Super Bowl. Like that's just how talented and strong these teams are on the defensive side, and then on the offensive side with all the weapons that they have too. So if I'm going to make a pick here, yeah, I'm thinking, the Steelers. Hey, we have a quarterback that isn't out for the year. Like, great. Is he a world changer? No, but we have a defense, and if they can make enough plays on offense, great. Then that's enough to win us some games. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be seeing the Steelers taking second in this division, a really tough division, just because these injuries. They're not just like it's not just the talent, but obviously the confidence level on both sides of the ball. So, but we'll see. Crazy things have happened in the NFL this year. We're definitely looking at the Vikings and kind of what's happening over there with Kirk Cousins and him being hurt and gone for the remainder of the year. But then Josh Dobbs coming in there. It's like, oh yeah, like we're still good. We're still good. So yeah, the Steelers team this season is going to be interesting. I think how they go into the playoffs probably is what I'm thinking. And, just this whole thing about with them, it's like, man, are they lucky or are they good? Like, I don't know exactly. There's a lot of question marks, but at the same time, you can't argue with the results of winning. So great coaching, I think, from Mike Tomlin here.
Yeah. And throw Mark Andrews into that, list of players that will be out for the year. So just another knock to one of their competitors. And that's a huge player, obviously for the Ravens too. So we'll see how Lamar copes with that and kind of moves his team forward. But